What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you are new, please make sure to like, subscribe, and always comment down below. It really helps out with the videos. Today we are west of Baltimore. We're still in the DMV right now. I am at Patapsco State Park around Elliott City, Maryland. I found a good spot out here, but I have to get back to College Park later today because my brother's doing soccer stuff over there with the University of Maryland. So really beautiful place. It is very far from College Park. It's like 40 minutes. So the problem is the traffic in the DMV area is so terrible. So, but anyways, coming out here, it's very nice. You know, it's a Sunday morning. The weather's nice. The weather was terrible yesterday, and I knew at some point in the winter I need to reconnect with nature because where I live in Jersey, it's very cold. And like brutally cold in the winter, and the only time it's actually nice is when it's snowing, so it's hard to get out into nature. So if I'm gonna go down to Maryland and the weather's slightly warmer, I'm gonna do it. This is the same river that the cargo ship crashed in Baltimore, but it's over by the harbor area, so it really widens, and that's where all the cargo ships pass through. But we're pretty far west from where that is, so it's actually very different out here. The water is very clean, as you can see, out west. It almost turns into a creek-like river. There's also a bridge over here, as you can see. An old rail trail, which we'll probably walk on for a minute. Let's start with the rail trail, and then I'll show you guys the bridge at the end. It is a big state park, but there's a lot of different areas that you can see that have some very nice nature. I spent the night over in Nova, Northern Virginia, and that side of the area is just so dead, so lifeless. Like, it's all data centers and people that work for the government and these like McMansions. Everybody drives Teslas out there, and there's not even any like good places to eat. Maybe in like Alexandria and Arlington there is, but if you're in the suburbs, it's mostly just chains and big box retail stores. It's terrible. Maryland, there's so many different income levels on this side of the DMV. The crime's a lot higher because of Baltimore, but I'm somebody who needs walkability. I'm somebody who needs, they have state parks out in Nova, but you need nature, colleges, restaurants, bars, parks. All that stuff makes life more lively. So you need that. And the people on this side, I don't really know the people out in Virginia because I was only spending the night there, so I didn't have to socialize with anybody. I mean, I went to a Wendy's drive-thru and they seemed nice enough, but there's not even really anywhere to get good pizza. And all the restaurants that they do have are very fancy, like overpriced restaurants. So the Maryland side is just so much better. And the food over here they have a decent food scene. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not a big crab person, but the crab cakes are very good. We got some old stone structure right here. So on top of us is a railroad. I think it's a MARC train line. I'm gonna walk in here though. It's not very wet. It looks safe enough. Anyways, there's like little stairs. I mean, I want to just check before I go in, but oh my God, it's like a whole tunnel to get under the railroad track. This is very cool. Let's go in here. Oh shit. All right, it's gonna be dark as hell, but oh my, see, now it's like dark, and I don't really want to go past here. Yeah, it's getting tight, but the flow of the water is very nice. Like I said, 2026, my goal is to make more engaging content. I'm not gonna have a consistent schedule to post because I'm so busy. I used to post about 3 days a week, but my schedule and stuff, it's too hard to do that. So I'm gonna get out and make content. It's gonna be quality content, I'm not gonna skimp out or water it down, But what's cool about the people from Maryland is everybody I've spoke to, at least in the suburbs of Baltimore or DC, have lived in New Jersey, or they were born in Jersey. I was just talking to somebody who went to Montclair State. I live 2 minutes from Montclair State University, so it's really cool seeing so many people out in Jersey. They were originally from Monroe Township, which is in Middlesex County, but Central Jersey is kind of like Nova. If you're not by the beach or by Princeton University, it's very soulless out there too. But at least they got Six Flags and some farms. But we got like suburbs like Manalapan, Colts Neck. There's very, very sprawling out there too. So being out here, that's why they left, because it's also cheaper too. Yeah, Jersey's very expensive, but when I do leave Jersey, because it's too expensive, the one thing I'll miss is the food scene. Jersey's food scene is, at least for the South has amazing food, so that's in its own category, but in the Northeast, New York and New Jersey are top tier. Maine is good, but I'm not really a seafood person. You've got some other places, but yeah, just talking to people out here, so many people have lived in Jersey. I was talking to one lady who was from Monmouth County, Edentown, and she lives in Dundalk now. She might have got priced out because there's a lot of gentrification over there too. And over by the creek. Well, it's actually a river. It looks like a creek. My whole thing is this, like my New Year's goals, I don't do resolutions because I don't believe that a person can change too much just over a day, you know? Like you can't just say to yourself, say you wake up every day at 10 a.m. You can't just magically start waking up at 6 in the morning. It's not gonna happen. You gotta structure yourself in. I've been able to wake up pretty early, so that's the first improvement right there. Because it is better for you. I worked a lot of night shifts last year, so I was getting home sometimes at like 1 in the morning, which is very late. And it really messed up my sleep schedule when my workload got really hard. So I'm gonna get up here. So this is the ruin. And then up here is a MARC train line. I think it's a MARC train line, maybe freight. If you live in the area, let me know. Yeah, there's definitely more poverty on the Maryland side. I'm in some of the towns near DC. Like Capitol Heights. I think Capitol Heights I think it is still Maryland, yeah. That's like right next to DC. I've heard that place is pretty bad. The problem is, I try to just avoid DC because Trump's president, which means that there's going to be a lot of protests and stuff. And to see all the monuments and everything and deal with the protests, and DC traffic is nuts. So you really have to make like a week's trip out of going to DC. I was there at the Union Station almost 2 years ago now, but I was just so drained out, burnt out from exploring the deep South. Didn't go to Florida. Honestly, I really don't have much desire to go to Florida unless it's South Florida or the Panhandle. There's a lot of really racist people out in Florida, unfortunately. And it's a lot of like 55 plus communities and golf carts. That's just not my type of thing. And if you're in the middle of Florida, it's very hard to get to the beach. Even if they say it's an hour from the beach, it's with the traffic and everything, it's not usually. And with climate change and everything, they're really developing their coastline areas. And yeah, Florida is probably the most overrated state in America. So we're walking across this bridge, which goes over the Patapsco River. And I'm going to show y'all that right now. I'm not going to say anything crossing this because I want you guys to get a feel for the nature. Let the river speak for itself. There's a whole like mountain trail that's the Cascade Falls, but I heard it's an hour to and back, and I don't have time for that. The thing is we really need to be out in nature now. And with things changing so much, and where I live, Jersey's become so overdeveloped between all the luxury apartments everywhere. Mind you, they're massive. I mean, I've done Instacart deliveries in them, and I've had to carry waters and stuff like that into those apartments, but I don't do enough deliveries to those apartment or any apartment buildings for that matter to justify getting a granny cart, because they actually are the carts that like the old people push to go to the laundromat or whatever. They actually are kind of expensive. They're like $40-$50 each. Some cost more than that, which is like outrageous for a cart. So, but if somebody orders more than 2 waters, like they should really have you meet them downstairs. It's not very courteous. Like, I'm the one buying the groceries for you and everything. I mean, they use their payment and I use the Instacart store card, so I'm not paying for anything, but still. Anyways, Jersey, yeah, and also the Jews over in Lakewood are completely developing the Jersey Shore. The traffic out in Lakewood, I've heard, is atrocious. And I drove around Lakewood during, I think it was a Friday night. And it wasn't too busy, or it must have been like a Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember, but the traffic wasn't that bad. And everybody was like, oh, we knew that was a Saturday, or we knew that was a Friday night. But I was also getting a lot of I'm not deleting the Lakewood one, but I had to delete the one in KJ, Kiryas Joel, which is one of the most insular Jewish communities. It's in New York State. And I was starting to get people commenting their political agendas on there and stuff like that. And I don't want to get messy with the conflict over in Gaza. So I had to delete the video. But in the beginning, people were either agreeing with me that their community is just simply outrageous and they're not good people. But other people were like saying that I was driving a little fast. I mean, to be fair, I was. But they also had a lot of stop signs in places where stop signs wouldn't normally exist. And the speed limits in New York are posted at 30. But because their streets are so narrow and there's so many people walking, it should probably be like a 15. So I was literally just going 30. So like people just need to like back off, you know? Like, I mean, of course people are always going to be pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, but since Trump's been president, people are really forcing their Israel agendas now. And it's not something I want to get myself into. So I'm not of that religion, so I can't speak on that personally. So I just want to record this raw footage. I love recording raw footage, and that's what I want to continue doing on the channel, and post like vlog style content, a bit like what I used to do. But I had too many niches, and on YouTube you can't have that. TikTok I can, which is why I really want you guys to follow my TikTok. My TikTok has almost 11,000 followers now. And people will be like in the comment, and it actually kind of pisses me off, do more food reviews. No, I cannot like literally poison my body every day for y'all. Like, I'm not Nikocado avocado, okay? Like, I'm not doing that. I mean, bro lost a lot of weight, but still, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not getting myself into that. I'm gonna record on this side because there's a lady standing out there and she probably thinks I'm filming her, so I'll record this side anyways. I mean, for me, it's like I gotta just incorporate all styles of content, but keep the vlog style, because that's what really does the best, and that's what keeps followers engaged. So yeah, like I just couldn't really focus too much on my content last year because I was so busy, and I was also very stressed and everything, and I couldn't really find the time to make content, honestly. So also, if you like my music, I know not everybody does, but a lot of people do. So if you watch my music videos and stuff like that, I'm gonna make a separate channel for my music, and I'm gonna tag it in the comment section because I have to keep that separate also. But it's probably like I'm making my last album because I'm about to graduate high school, so I'll tag it if you want to listen to the music. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, get out and enjoy nature, and I will see you in the next video.